Hello, amazing people. So today's session is about how to search contacts, and in this session, we'll be talking about how to find the best person to contact when you are doing prospection and when you're doing sales in IGT. Now, before starting the session, I would like to present myself first. My name is Ahmed Darqawi, and I will be the next MCVP IGT for the term 2021. So I will be the successor of Rodrigo. I will be also working, and I'm currently also working with LC Gothenburg as a team leader. So yeah, like this is a little bit about me. Now jumping into the session. So first of all, who to contact. This is a major issue that you will find in your prospection and who is the best person to contact. Initially or ideally, you want to contact someone who has a decision-making power or a decision-taking power in a company, but that information is not always publicly available and it's not always the case. Now, for you to have a closer contact and a better approach, you will need to be a little bit creative in your search. And here are three recommendations that I can say to you. Now, the number one would be LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is one of the top growing social media when it comes into professionals and B2B, and it would serve you a lot during your ISEC journey and even outside of your ISEC journey. And this is, you can use it in different ways. So most companies have their LinkedIn page, and it's very common for companies to have the LinkedIn page for them. But at the same time, there is very good features in LinkedIn when if you type the name of the company, you will find the people that work for that company as their employees. And within that search, you can apply some filters. For example, if the company is a multinational one, you can apply filters about location, saying like Sweden, and even in Sweden, you can apply further location restrictions or filters. Now, once you are doing that, you will find the information about the employees. You can easily find a person that has a decision-making power or a decision-taking power. In case you are hesitant or you don't know who to contact yet, you can still contact an employee of the company and explain what you are trying to do as you are selling the product for the company as a potential solution for the problem, and you want to have a discussion with someone who is responsible for this kind of collaborations. And if the employee is helpful enough, he or she would give you the contact of the person or at least forward your inquiry to the main responsible of that area. Now, this is a good way to use LinkedIn for contacting a company and for having the best contact possible. Now, also, the company's website would be like a second choice. For example, you have in every company the section of contact. In every company's website, the contact section is very present, and you can find basic informations from the address of the company, the phone number of the company, to email addresses, and you can sometimes find people to contact if you're on the B2B side of the company. Now, this is to bear in mind that if the email address the email address of the company is destined for customer inquiries and for customer reviews or anything that has a relation with customers, you can send the email, the first email to the company that in that email address, but just bear in mind that you will find someone from the B2C side of the company and would highly likely not read your email as someone from the B2B side of the company. And you can send the email, but at the same time, follow up the approach with LinkedIn and see who is the best person to contact from the LinkedIn network. Of course, this is just a recommendation for you to have a maximum of conversion from first approach to meeting. Now, Google seems like an obvious choice when it comes into doing any research nowadays, but this time we'll be using some key specific elements and some keywords that are very specific to the search engine in order to optimize the information that we get. Now, one of the two keywords that I mentioned here, and there is a lot of keywords, but these ones are very effective also. You can use the quotation mark, and the quotation mark in Google, it means that you oblige the search engine to return content that must have the word between quotation in the result, or else it would not return any other page. Now, this is a good condition, and the second condition is using the and. So, for example, if you want to return more than just one keyword, you want to have like three keywords appearing in your in the search tool or in the search content of Google. You can use, for example, let's say I want to know about Sweden and also summer and food, for example. So I put between quotation mark let's say Sweden, and between quotation mark summer and between quotation mark food. Now these three, it doesn't matter to have the order of the three words, but the content that will be showing up will contain the three words. And it doesn't mean that it will be contained in the succession that you have mentioned, but you will be sure that you have the three words appearing somewhere in your content. So you are one step closer to what you want to search. Now, I wanted to do a small demonstration of this and to give you a practical how this would look practically in your daily life. Now, let's say that you are in the IGT prospection tool and you have a company that you want to prospect and you want to know who to contact. Now, the number one reflex would be about going to LinkedIn and trying to figure out what kind of information you can get from LinkedIn. So if it's like a big company, you can land into the company's website, or you can land into the company's page. Now here, if you type the name of the company in the search tool, you will in the search bar, sorry, you will find the people that work for the company. And in this case, the company is a multinational one, and here you can apply filters such as location, let's say Sweden, and you will find all the people that are working in Sweden for the company. And here is you will find the possibility to connect with some of them, and it would be a good start for you to start a discussion on LinkedIn and then see where it gets from that, and probably convert into a meeting after this approach. Now, you can also find the information about the company in companies. So for example, you go here and see the main page of the company, and it's a good idea to follow it, and which is something that I did. To follow the company, here you will land to the main page of the company, and it would be prompting you to see the website for the company. Now, I will not spoil the next session since it's very good for you to know also the company, what it stands for, and you will find, like in companies, the website of the company, you will find also the contact section, which is the most interesting part for us for now, to see who to contact. And in this company, we're very lucky that that the company has a very good contact page where you can find different informations. And since it's an international company, they even provide you with the feature to select according to locations, and it's very good for you to have the phone number and possibly convert it into first approach. Now, this is one approach. The second approach would be using Google if you want to have like details information and if some information are missing. So I want to know about a decision making. A decision maker or decision taker should be from the HR team, for example, and from Sweden. So this is Sweden, and also from the company that I want to search. As I told you, the order of the words is not very important, but still, here you will find all the research that shows only the three words, and that has the three words mentioned somewhere uh, in in the content. Now, HR is also interpreted by Google as a human resources, which is very good. So we'll find either human resources or HR, and Sweden and Nurion mentioned in the same content. So if you click here, mainly you will find LinkedIn. So it converges into the first solution, but you can find some good articles or anything that has a relation with the company. As you can see, the number of research and the number of pages is just 7, and the number of results is 18,000 results, compared to if you type it without quotation mark, you will probably get much more higher content than that. Of course, the higher you go with the restrictions and the keywords, the less content you will have and the more specific content to your search that you will have. Now, this is something that you can apply and be creative when applying when doing sales, and when doing also prospection, but at the same time, you can use it as a bonus tip for your personal life if you want to make the best out of the search engine Google. Now, this is it for the session, and I hope it was practical at the end. And at the same time, I want to say thank you for following up with this session and have fun for the national education cycle. Take good care of yourself.